Welcome, I'm Martin Tietz, the product manager for TD Mobile. I'm going to show you how you can build mobile HTML5 business applications that leverage NoSQL location queries. Talking in terms of databases, location queries means you query your data based on a central latitude-longitude value, maybe your GPS position, and for example, you want to have all the restaurants around your current GPS position, and the radius of your circle should be maybe 1 mile. And then you would like to display the results of this query in a map, so you can see what restaurants are available, and you can tap on a map marker in that map to see where each restaurant is and what the name is, and you can start navigation from there, for example. To provide location-based queries, TD Mobile is using the popular NoSQL database MongoDB. Here we have a view into the MongoView tool that allows administering and looking into the data of a NoSQL database like Mongo. You see on the left side you have localhost, which is the database host here, and there are several databases here like the island database and the restaurant DB all database. Then we click on restaurant DB all and see the collections, and you see there's a collection of restaurants. If I double click on that, you can see the data in a kind of JSON notation, or you can see a table view of the data. And what you see here is that we do have a location, which is an array of two values. Let's go back to the tree view, and here you see location has a latitude and a longitude value. So basically the values are here. They are of type double. And once you have such a location field which contains a latitude and longitude value, you can put an index onto this one, which allows to query that data based on a GPS position, based on a latitude longitude value. And you see here indexes. There's a location 2D sphere index, and the properties of that is it's a 2D sphere index which allows to create those queries that give you back data in a circle around a latitude longitude value. Let me show you a TD Mobile app that uses the MongoDB geolocation features, and let me press go here for that application, and it loads the application in my local browser. I want to use this near me feature here, and what that does is it posts my current GPS position back to the database, and this returns all restaurants in a circle around me, and that circle currently has a radius of 1 kilometer. Now I have the list of restaurants here. I can browse through that, tap on it and get restaurant details, of course, but I can also tap on the map thing here, and it will display all the restaurants it found in a map control, and I can click on each of those map markers, and depending on the information that is provided through the database, you even get a link to that restaurant here. So now let's see how that is being done using TD Mobile. In TD Mobile, we do have a Mongo connection defined, a connection to the restaurant DB all database, which is a Mongo database, resides on localhost, which is my local machine here, and uses this IP port to communicate to the database from the application. Now, there is a page which is near me, which displays the list of restaurants. And this page contains all the logic that needs to be defined to run a location query. Now you can see the properties of this data operation get restaurants. This data operation is using the connection Mongo connection, which I showed you before. You can see that one here. The data action is browse. Browse means return me a number of results, not only one, but a number of results, so an array of results basically. The data class binding is restaurants. The restaurants binding will contain all the returned restaurants from the database. And here's where it will get interesting. Filters. The filter field is restaurants.location. Restaurants.location, if you remember, is the field in the Mongo database that contains the latitude longitude value. Now the additional properties behind that are the filter operator is near. So that near parameter means I want to use a geolocation query that provides a latitude longitude value plus a radius value that defines the circle around my query results. And the filter value binding is location distance, locdist here in this case, and this is being programmatically filled with the latitude, longitude, and the radius in meters. So you pass in, this is basically a comma-separated list of latitude, longitude, and radius. And this is being passed. And really that's all to execute that query. Now in this application you have a map control, and that map control has a marker source bind of restaurants. So basically that's where we feed in the return from the Mongo query, goes right into the map and is being defined here. We do have several TD Mobile samples online. If you want to try the restaurant sample that I just presented, go to tdmobile.guptatechnologies.com/restaurants. If you want to see the sample source code and try this on your own, go to the support page on the Gupta website and choose Gupta Technologies support downloads, and you will be taken to the TD Mobile samples from there. You can download the source code of this, including the database. You can talk to us on Facebook, YouTube, and follow us on Twitter. Thank you for watching this geolocation sample, and I'm looking forward to meet you soon again. Thanks and bye-bye.